Well, hello there my dear friends, welcome back to the Scott Reed project. And again, it's been a while, so we're still in lockdown, COVID-19 still at large. So I've been butchering a lot, rarely had time to upload any content, but I got a day off, so I thought I'd make a video. It's been so long. So my last video then, I made those sausages, those wild garlic and chili ones. A lot of you loved them. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you my latest creation, and it's the Arrabiata sausage. Absolutely stunning. And basically, it's the wild garlic chili, but with tomato and Worcester sauce. And I'm telling you, it's absolutely stunning. So I'm very lucky. Over the road from my house, we have this field, we have a river, and we have wild garlic. Take a look. We'll pick some, go back and make them. How beautiful does it look? I am a proud Englishman. I love my country, and spring, to me, is where it looks its best. Absolutely stunning. So, wild garlic everywhere. I mean, there's whole woods full of it, but obviously you can't go willy-nilly. That's a good word for you. Oh, look at the river. Hey, another couple of months to be swimming in that. Anyway, can't go willy-nilly picking, so I found me a couple of bunches here, like last time, and there's one over there. So, we don't need tons. Just grab myself a handful. Beautiful stuff. Still got the morning dew on. Hey, it's like going to the market. I think that'll do me. Let's get back and create magic. Okay then my friends, we picked the wild garlic. Now we need to weigh out our pork and fat, and as you can see I've got this wonderful set of vintage scales. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, I use a hand crank sausage stuffer, old school scales, and obviously just an electric mincer. But there's something about using this old kit I absolutely love, and the total hands-on of making these sausages, no electric stuffer, no electric scales. It's just a beautiful way to make sausages. Maybe I'm being a bit of an old romantic, but it works for me. So what I'm going to do then is I shall bring the camera nearer the scales, and you can see what the deal is. So looking at my old school scales then, you can see it only reads up to £2 in weight, but you can weigh up to £10, says there. And what you need are these things you just see everywhere: car boot sales, antique shops, good old fashioned weights. So what we need to do then is put one of these on the back plate. So I'm after £3.5 of meat, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a £2.5 weight on the back, and then all we need to do then is put enough meat on the top to come to £1. So what we're using then, as per usual, beautiful shoulder pork and belly and that wonderful, wonderful back fat. So we get that in, and before you know it, it's very clever. Look at that. As per any butcher, just over, madam. So there you go. There's our meat weighed out and my beautiful scales. Right, let's get down to business. Okay, so what we need then is 8 ounces of rusk or binder. Now if you can't get this, I will put the link in the description of how to make your own. It's a great recipe, works absolutely perfect. Okay then, there's my rusk. What I want to do then, like I said, this is based on Arrabiata, which is that beautiful and also my favourite Italian pasta sauce of tomato, garlic and chili. By all means, if you cannot get wild garlic, use garlic cloves. But what I will say is this recipe is so good that I've actually got a dehydrator coming, so I can pick some more of this wonderful wild garlic while it's in season, so I can make these all year. So as you can see, I got a carton of tomato passata. What's that? 500 grams. And then into that, my 8 ounces of my rusk. Just give that a mix quickly. I'm going to add just a spot of water just to let it down, and then we'll get this in the fridge to chill, and it will inflate and puff up. But that's the tomato element. You can use puree if you want to with some water. I've made it with both, but I must admit I think this is the better one. So as you can see that now, it's still quite bitty in there, but give it a few minutes, that will inflate and be absolutely spot on. So as you may know then, rusk can take up to 3 times its weight in liquid. So we've used half a pound of rusk, just over a pound in weight of passata. We've added a little splash of water. I'm going to add one more. And what it does is, 1, binds your sausage together, 2, gives you a great texture, and that leads on to number 3, gives you a great flavour. Because what rusk will do, it will hang on to all that fat that would normally render out your sausage and make your sausage super tasty with a fantastic texture and just a good all-round British banger. Right, you can see that's inflated already. I should get that on chill. It's all about the temperatures. We got the hot lights on. It's boiling outside. We need to get on, baby. So on to our meat then. Like I said, 3.5 pound fantastic shoulder, belly, back fat. Then 2 ounces of the sausage seasoning of your choice. Now hopefully somewhere along the line I'm going to bring out my own sausage seasoning, which you can use for any flavoured sausages you want, or just plain pork sausages, because I know a lot of you guys in the US, you ask the sausage seasoning I use. Well, I'm going to speak to the people and see if we can get an SRP one. We can start sending it over the US, Australia, wherever. So we've added our 2 ounces of seasoning to our meat. Now I'm just going to let that steep a bit, again in the fridge, and in the meantime we'll chop the wild garlic. So I washed off my wild garlic and just dried it. Now there is no recipe set in stone for this. It's a case of chop I'd say a good handful. Taste it. By that I mean get it in your sausage. Get a little pate off. Little patty. Try it. If it needs a bit more garlic, add a bit more garlic. And the same when we add the chilli. Just add a little bit at a time, because you can always add. You cannot take it away once it's in there. So not too big then, because we want to see those flecks in the sausage. So that was one handful. And then we can just weigh this up as we're going along, how much we want to put in. So just go through again. Beautiful, beautiful ingredient. Like I said, bought a dehydrator. I want to be able to use this in, say, October, November. You know, I could still be making these wonderful sausages. And trust me, they are absolutely blinding. So, as you can see then, I'd say 2 handfuls of chopped wild garlic. We can always add a bit more if we need it. So next then, we need to get our meat through the mincer. Just once to start with. Simple as. Go for it. Wonderful. Right, let's take this back to the block and add the rusk. Okay, then we have our beautiful seasoned and minced meat. We have our rusk, obviously been soaking in that passata. You can see how big that's gone. This is the secret to a good sausage. Then we have our wonderful chopped wild garlic. I wish we had smelly vision, that is unreal. And then obviously some crushed chili flakes. So it's just a case of building now. So into our meat goes our rusk. Now you're looking at that thinking, wow, look at that. I mean, that's all filler. It's not. By the time you've got it through the meat, bearing in mind this was pure, pretty much sieved tomato, you've got that big flavour. And then all we need to do is balance the flavours of the garlic and the chilli, and then there's one secret weapon. So just mixing it through roughly. Beautiful. Let's just take a handful, just give that a mix in. And if your mix is a little stiff, do not panic. We can add a spot of water. As I explained, that rusk can take quite a lot of liquid. It's like a fail safe. You've got backup, you know you can add a bit more liquid and it will not ruin your saucisson. Right. Time to get in the chilli. It's normally about 2 tablespoons. So again, just get a bit on. Give it a mix to start with. You want to see little flecks of chilli through every bit of the sausage meat. And of course, we want to see that wild garlic. So to my mind then, just a little bit more wild garlic. And the chilli I tipped over. Now make a little patty, try it. All depends how you're going to use these sausages. It's nice to have quite a spicy one if you're with friends and family having a few beers and a barbie. Something like that, perfect. But if you're having them for your dinner or your tea, you know, you don't want them blowing your balls off. You want that nice flavour. So yeah, just need to go and get the secret weapon. So the secret ingredient, bearing in mind I'm a Worcester boy born and bred, is good old Liam Perrin's Worcester sauce, or Worcestershire sauce for my American friends. So all you got to do is open it and lob it in. How good is that? Give it one more mix and then we will send it through the mincer one more time. This will incorporate all the ingredients, give us a nice even mix. Then we can test it, balance out any more flavours and get it piped into skins. Easy, innit? There you go, minced a second time. Look at that in there. Now what we need to do is mix this till it's nice and sticky. So add a little spot of water and just get your hands in, and you'll know when it's ready to pipe is when it becomes super sticky. Now, like I said, take off a little ball of this and fry it in the pan, and then if you need to add any more garlic or chilli, by all means do so, but me being a Larry gobshite knows that this is perfect. Hey, what a know-all. And getting it nice and sticky, fusing that fat to that lean. And when you can pick a handful up like that, you can see it sticking to my hand, you're nearly there. So just keep working it until you get a lovely sausage meat consistency. Just a spot more water, this just helps to bind it. Then we'll put it on chill and get the sausage stuffer ready to rock and roll. But as you can see, as you're constantly working, it's changing its structure and its texture. So from those strands of meat, we now got this beautiful bowl of sexy smelling sausage meat. Now, if you haven't got a sausage stuffer, by all means make a load of patties and freeze them, or just roll them out and make skinless sausages. You don't have to have a sausage stuffer. Right, I think that looks absolutely perfect. You can see how sticky that is now. Time to chill, baby. So my machine is locked and loaded. Just lubricate the nozzle. That's code. Get the skins. I prefer to use lamb skins, the thinner ones, when I'm making flavoured sausage. I don't know why, but I just think it works better. So over the end of the nozzle, a little bit of lubrication and wind them on. These are super tight. These have been soaking overnight as well. So we want a bit over the end. Make sure this comes off freely, and then gently start to crank and fill, and it should naturally come off the machine on its own. Just holding my finger there just to check the fill. and away you go. Not overstuffing these at all. See, one of them about 2/3 stuffed, so you've got room to link them. Do me, I think. So tie a knot, decide what size you want your bangers, so something like that. You can go longer, of course, and then just get tying them. Now, I have got a dedicated video to tying sausages. You'll find the link in the description. I'll just give you a quick spin of how it's done. So we're bringing that through. We're making those links there, 2 pinching, turning, and if that was longer we would bring it up to here and join that one, but we're at the end of the skin. But there, in the blink of an eye, oh, your sausages. How good do they look? The SRP Arrabiata sausage. Pork, tomato, wild garlic, chilli and Worcester sauce. Just have a look at those. The flecks of wild garlic, and if you look, little bits of chilli dotted through the sausage. Absolutely beautiful. Like I said, one of the best sausages I make now. I thought the wild garlic and chilli were good until I added the tomato and Worcester sauce, and it's took it to another level. And my dehydrator has just turned up, so I'm going to go and pick a load more wild garlic while I can, just over the road, and get drying it, because it's that good. Well, my dear friends, if you've liked what you've seen today on this episode of the SRP, please click subscribe when my face comes up down there. Obviously give it a like, share it with your friends, leave me a comment. It's all cool. Also check me out on my social media, my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at the Scott Reed Project. And also if you'd like to donate to my little channel to help it along, you'll find a PayPal me link in the description. But until next time, I don't know when that'll be, hopefully soon, because I've got another book out and I've got to plug it. Obviously it's law. All I want you to do is stay safe, stay strong, keep calm and rock on. See you again, my friends. Do take care. So my friends, this video has taken about 10 hours from start to finish. This is the aftermath. This is what I'm left to clear up. Hey? And that's where it happens. Stay safe, take care, and they're beautiful.